bow our heads in silent prayer.
請大家低頭默禱。
Amen. Hallelujah. In the name of Jesus Christ, we begin today's Friday night Sabbath service.
奉主耶穌基督聖名開始今晚嘅星期五晚間聚會。
Let's all first rise up and sing hymn 131.
首先站立唱讚美詩131首。
縱榮我這日在聚集，神與你在這派得樂息，終笑和敬拜主同心同意，我每逢此聖日最歡喜。請來，得在前同聚集，將適地途徑擺上無比，眾聖徒敬拜主同聚聖地，生與靈在主裏得樂息。當真所愛是人為此生，只不可去愛你欲是情，要你全力無力甘心獻物，一切事都應當頌主名。請來，各兒在前同聚集，將司祈禱敬拜來無比，眾聖徒敬拜主同聚聖地，生與靈在主裏得樂息。當他令我這日做聖工，以來主所賞賜大權能，全福音又被父為主忠誠，受苦樂後隨時頌主名。請來到寶座前同聚集，將司祈禱敬拜樂無比，眾聖徒敬拜主同聚聖地，生與靈在主裏得樂息。
Please sit.
請坐。
Thank the Lord that we've been gathered together as we start our Sabbath worship.
感謝主嘅安排，使到大家能夠著一齊使到我能夠進入呢個安息嘅崇拜。
And we gather as one and we raise our voices as one.
我哋一同咧著一起，而且一同咧嚟獻上我哋嘅讚美嘅聲音。
And we worship together as one.
我哋一同咧就敬拜我哋真神。
And we lay aside all our worldly worries and cares and we leave it outside because we do not need to worry about these things on this day of rest.
咁我哋將我哋世上嘅工作憂慮咧嚟擺喺外面，因為呢啲事情咧，我哋唔需要帶嚟進入我哋嘅安息嘅崇拜嘅。
And we don't need to let these things distract us.
而且我哋唔需要呢啲嘅事情咧嚟騷擾我哋敬拜真神嘅。
Distract us from receiving the blessing from our Father in heaven.
騷擾我哋，將我哋唔能夠接受我哋天父嗰種嘅祝福㗎。
So in our prayers,
所以我哋禱告裏面，
we ask God to guide us in our service to Him tonight.
我哋求神咧嘅靈力親自帶領今晚嘅聚會。
So we'll done pray in one accord.
請大家跪下禱告。
哈利路亞，奉主耶穌基督聖名禱告。
Humbly, in the name of Jesus Christ, I speak.
奉主耶穌聖名講話。
Firstly, I give thanks to God that your brother has another opportunity to hopefully share some words of encouragement with you tonight.
首先呢，感謝神嘅安排，使到小弟有再次機會與大家分享神嘅話語㗎。
So tonight, the title for mutual encouragement is My Mouth, My Lips, and My Heart.
所以今晚與大家分享嘅題目就係我的口、我的嘴唇、我的心。
Now, when I was preparing, or before I was preparing this topic,
咁我未準備呢個題目之前，
a brother said to me that recently we've been talking a lot about unity.
有個弟兄有同我講最近呢，我哋準常呢分享關於呢個同心呢件事情㗎。
And I didn't necessarily have this in mind when I was preparing the sermon for mutual encouragement tonight.
咁我準備今晚與大家分享呢個題目之前呢，我都冇諗過呢個題目㗎。
But the more I thought about it, and the more I thought about the content, actually it is actually about unity.
咁當我思考今晚題目嘅內容呢，就發覺呢，我所要與大家分享呢，其實同呢個團結同心都有關係㗎。
We've talked about unity within the church, so unity amongst each other.
真相我哋會講教會裡面弟兄姊妹應該要一同心㗎。
And tonight I wanted to focus on unity within ourselves.
今晚我想與大家分享嘅內容就係關於我哋本人呢，我哋自己呢，要有一種嘅團結喺裡面㗎。
So unity between so these three elements, which are our mouth, our lips, and our heart.
就係話呢三部分喺我哋每個人身上呢，要有團結，就係我哋嘅口、我哋嘅嘴唇、我哋嘅心㗎。
And you'll find in the scriptures that these three things are often found together and they are connected to one another.
當我哋查考聖經嘅時候，我哋發覺呢三部分呢，怎常呢就會提起一齊提起，而且會應該要聯合一齊㗎。
The reason is fairly simple.
其實個原因係好簡單。
Because when we speak,
因為當我哋説話嘅時候，
the words that we use come from a combination of all of these things.
我哋所發出嗰種嘅言語呢，係出於呢三部分聯合一齊㗎。
When we consider what we are about to say,
例如講，當我哋考慮我哋將要講嘅説話嘅時候，
we think about what we would like to share with our hearts.
喺我哋心底呢，我哋思考呢，其實我哋將會與其他人分享個事情㗎。
And once we've decided what to say, we move our lips and our mouths to utter these words.
當我哋決定咗要講任何個説話嘅時候呢，我哋會搖動我哋嘅口，用我哋嘅嘴唇呢嚟説出呢啲嘅説話㗎。
So what does this got to do with unity then?
咁其實呢三部分同呢個同心團結係有咩關係呢？
Because sometimes actually what we say may not be reflected by what is in our hearts.
因為有時我哋所講嘅説話呢，未必係反省我哋心底所思想嘅事情㗎。
An extreme example is if, for example, someone wants to deceive you with their words.
例如講一個好極端嘅例子呢，就係如果一個人希望呢能夠欺騙你嘅時候，
So they may have something in their hearts that they wish to deceive you with.
例如講喺佢心底呢，佢有一個動機咧係為咗嚟欺騙你㗎。
But their mouth and their lips and their tongue speak words in a way that will then lead to deception.
因為咁樣咧，佢哋嘅口、佢哋嘴唇、佢哋嘅舌頭所講出嘅説話咧，係為咗嚟欺騙、嚟迷惑你㗎。
They look to trick you and fool you because they have an ulterior motive.
就係因為佢哋心底有呢個唔純正嘅動機咧，所以咧佢哋所講嘅説話咧，目的係為咗要欺騙你。
And they've hidden what they've done from what they truly wish to do.
而且佢哋將佢哋真正嘅動機咧隱藏喺佢哋嘅心底裏面。
So that's one extreme.
其實呢個係好極端嘅例子。
Of course, perhaps we are not going out intentionally to deceive one another.
當然啦，我哋係唔係專登去為咗要欺騙其他人㗎？
But perhaps we only reveal part of what is in our hearts.
但係當我哋講話嘅時候，或者我哋只係表明我哋心底一部分嘅信息㗎。
Because if we say too much or reveal too much with our words,
因為或者當我哋講得太多或者表明得太多嘅時候，
then perhaps we are worried about how other people may perceive us.
我哋或者會恐怕其他人點樣會睇我哋㗎。
Because we value how people perceive us.
因為我哋看重其他人點樣睇我哋㗎。
For example, people may ask us what we are doing this weekend.
例如講或者人會問你今個週末咧，你將會做啲乜嘢啊？
We hide the fact that we are going to church.
咁我哋咧就隱藏咧，其實我哋係 週末嘅時候咧會嚟教會嘅。
We're not deceiving. We're not intentionally deceiving them. We just haven't mentioned it.
其實我哋唔係有意咧嚟隱藏或者欺騙其他人㗎。
We are hiding part of ourselves to gain the trust and favor of those who we are speaking with.
反而咧我哋隱藏我哋心底一部分嘅資料咧，因為咧想得到其他人嘅喜悅或者佢哋嘅信任㗎。
And in both cases, what we say, therefore, is not reflective of what is in our hearts.
所以喺呢啲嘅例子裏面咧，我哋睇得到咧，其實我哋所講嘅説話咧，唔係真正反省我哋心底嗰種嘅事情㗎。
But as children of God, we need to have a pure heart.
但作為基督徒，我哋應該要有一個純潔嘅心㗎。
A pure heart that then utters words that can bring blessings to others.
就有呢種嘅純潔嘅心咧，嚟講話咧，能夠帶福氣俾其他人㗎。
So this is the unity that we need to seek for.
所以喺呢一種嘅同心，呢種嘅團結咧，我哋大家一定要追求。
A unity within ourselves so that our hearts, our mouths and our lips are together as one.
我哋個人嘅口、嘴唇個心咧，要團結起嚟㗎。
So Jesus himself has talked about this relationship.
其實主耶穌曾經有講過關於呢個關係㗎。
Let's turn to Matthew chapter 15.
我睇呢個馬太福音第15章。
Matthew chapter 15, let's read verses 7 to 9.
馬太福音第15章第7至到第9節。
Matthew 15, 7 to 9.
馬太福音15章第7至到第9節。
Verse 7. Hypocrites, well, did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, These people draw near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men.
第7節，假冒為善的人啊，以賽亞指着你們說的語言是不錯的。他說：這百姓用嘴唇尊敬我，心卻遠離我。他們將人的吩咐當作道理教導人，所以拜我也是枉然。
So here we see the example that Jesus has mentioned.
從啲經節我哋睇到主耶穌留下個榜樣啦。
And he explains the connection between our mouths, our lips, and our heart.
耶穌咧解釋嗰個人嘅口、嘅嘴唇、個心嗰種嘅關係。
And that although people may say one thing, that their heart was actually far from Jesus.
雖然呢啲人咧就講一套，但其實佢哋嘅心咧係其實遠離耶穌㗎。
So the words they speak with their lips sound like they are honoring Jesus.
所以呢啲人所講嘅説話咧，藉著佢哋嘴唇咧，好似係尊榮為呢個耶穌㗎。
But that is not the case.
但其實唔係咁樣喎。
To the point where Jesus actually says that they worship in vain.
反而咧，主耶穌就責備佢話：佢哋咧敬拜佢咧就係枉然㗎。
Because what these people valued was more the physical acts that could be seen or heard.
因為呢啲人咧，佢哋看重啲乜嘢咧？係其實佢哋嘅肉體嗰種嘅行動，佢哋嘅工作㗎。
And yet their inner cleanliness has not been prioritized.
反而佢身體嗰種嘅純潔咧係冇擺優先㗎。
So Jesus continues.
所以耶穌繼續咁講。
Let's read Matthew 15 verses 17 to 20.
睇呢個馬太福音第15章17至到20節。
Verse 17.
第17節。
Do you not yet understand that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and is eliminated? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and they defile a man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile a man.
第17節，豈不知凡入口的，是運到肚子裏，又落在茅廁裏麼？唯獨出口的，是從心裏發出來的，這才污穢人，因為從心裏發出來的有惡念、兇殺、奸人、狡猾、偷盜、妄稱、旁毒，這都是污穢人的。至於不洗手吃飯，那卻不污穢人。
So this situation came about because of what happened in verses 1 and 2.
其實喺呢個第1段第2節有記載當時所發生嘅事情㗎。
The scribes and the Pharisees came to Jesus.
當時咧文士法利賽人咧嚟到主耶穌嘅面前啦。
And they asked him, why have his disciples transgressed against the tradition of the elders?
佢哋就質問耶穌點解佢門徒咧就違背佢哋嘅長老所留下嗰種嘅遺傳咧？
And this tradition was to do with the fact that they did not wash their hands when they had eaten bread.
咁佢哋所違背嗰種嘅傳統咧，就係話佢哋未食飯之前咧就冇洗手。
And so this is Jesus' response.
咁當時呢個係耶穌嘅回答啦。
So whatever goes into your mouth and goes into your stomach, it is then eliminated.
耶穌話咧，凡入口的是運到呢個肚子裏，之後又落咗呢個茅廁裏。
But instead, it is what comes out of the mouth and from the heart of a man which defiles the man.
反而咧更加重要咧就係唯獨出口的咧是從心裏發出來咧，就係呢啲事情咧可以污穢人㗎。
So the Pharisees and scribes were very much focused on the physical act of washing their hands and eating.
所以呢法利賽人同文士咧，佢哋看重啲乜嘢咧？就係呢啲所謂肉體上嘅行動，就係用飯之前要洗手。
But the disciples had not followed this tradition.
反而咧門徒當時咧就係冇遵從呢種嘅傳統嘅做法。
So we can see that these people did not understand the true meaning of defilement.
從呢一方面，我哋可以了解其實呢啲人咧真正唔明白咧咩事情咧可以令到個人被污穢嘅。
So because it is from the heart, things that come from the heart which will defile you.
因為係從心裏發出來嘅事情咧，先能夠使一個人咧污穢嘅。
And in fact, Jesus lists out all of these wicked deeds that can come from your heart.
其實咧，主耶穌咧好清楚咧解釋，從心裏發出所有嘅惡事嘅。
Murderers, adulterers, fornicators.
啲所謂兇殺啊、奸人啊、狡猾嘅事情。
Now, all of the worst things that you can imagine comes from the heart.
呢啲從最惡嘅事咧，係從心裏發出嚟㗎。
And yet, they were solely focused on the fact that the disciples had not washed their hands.
反而咧，呢啲法利賽人文士咧，只係看重關於門徒冇洗手呢件事。
And this is the contrast that Jesus wanted to the listeners to understand.
主耶穌咧，好明顯咧解釋咧，就希望佢聽眾咧可以了解呢種嘅差別啦。
Because these Pharisees and scribes were using the physical practice of religious traditions to cover up their wrongdoings and their negative attributes.
因為呢啲嘅文士啊、法利賽人咧，就想將佢哋傳統嗰種宗教嘅做法咧，嚟遮蓋佢哋嘅錯誤㗎。
They were unable to see their defilement.
其實佢唔能夠睇到佢喺邊一方面，其實已經污穢自己。
And they were so blinded by the traditions that they held so strongly to.
因為佢哋俾佢所謂堅持嘅嗰種嘅傳統嘅做法咧，已經蒙蔽咗啦。
And this contrast seems so extreme.
睇落嚟呢種嘅差別咧，非常之極端㗎。
On the one hand, you have washing of hands.
喺一方面係只係單冇洗手嘅事情。
And then the other hand, the list of all of these extremely sinful acts.
但係另外一方面咧，就舉出好多非常之罪惡嘅行為㗎。
And the scribes and the Pharisees could not see this.
但係呢啲文士法利賽人咧，既然咧都睇唔到呢件事情㗎。
So Jesus tries to explain.
所以耶穌咧繼續嚟解釋。
In fact, these things that come out from the mouth, which comes from the heart, is what causes defilement.
就係我哋口出來從心裏發出嘅事情咧，呢啲事情可以將人咧污穢㗎。
Our inner cleanliness,
反而我哋心底嗰種嘅潔淨咧，
our spiritual cleanliness is so key.
我哋屬靈嘅自潔咧係非常之重要嘅。
Because it is from our hearts that can come forth positive and negative attributes.
因為從我哋心裏面咧可以發出所謂正面或者負面嘅事情㗎。
In our service to God, we need to ask ourselves what we value.
所以當我哋侍奉神嘅時候，我哋要問自己，其實邊啲事情咧，我哋看為重要咧？
Is it simply the physical act of our service?
係咪單單只係看重我哋肉體上嗰種嘅行動嚟侍奉神咧？
Or does our service begin from our hearts?
或者我哋嘅侍奉咧，係咪出於我哋心底裏面咧？
Are we just sitting there in service?
當我哋參加聚會嘅時候，我哋係咪只係單單坐喺度咧？
The physical act of sitting there in service?
即係話肉體上嘅行動咧，就係我哋嚟到教會坐喺度咧。
But where are our hearts?
咁我哋心去咗邊度咧？
What are the acts that we do outside of the church?
咁教會外面我哋所謂嘅行為係點樣咧？
Is it unity with what we believe in?
咁我哋教會外面嘅行為同我哋教會裡面嗰種嘅行為係咪一致咧？
We need to understand this.
咁呢一方面我哋一定要明白。
And we must serve because of our faith in the Lord.
咁我哋侍奉神就係因為應該出於我哋對神嗰種嘅信心。
Because we wish to repay the love He has shown us.
因為我哋希望咧能夠報答主已經賜俾我哋佢嘅愛㗎。
Because we want to serve Him.
就係因為咁樣，我哋好希望可以侍奉佢。
And this starts from our hearts and leads to our actions and our words.
就係因為從我哋心裏發出嚟咧，所以使到我哋有呢個行動，呢個 適當嘅説話嘅。
However, the opposite can also happen.
但反而咧相反都可以發生嘅。
Sometimes we seek the physical acts of serving only,
有時咧我哋只係追求關於呢個肉體上嘅行動喺侍奉嘅方面嘅。
and therefore we are in danger of being described just like how Jesus described these people.
咁如果我哋咁樣去做法咧，咁我哋恐怕咧會好似耶穌所形容嗰啲人一樣
That
嘅。
they draw near to him with their mouths and honor him with his lips.
即係佢哋，如果佢哋口嘴唇咧可以親近神親近耶穌，而且尊佢為榮㗎。
But where is their heart?
但係佢哋心去咗邊度咧？
Perhaps we assume or even we rely upon our service to build up our faith.
或者我哋以為，而且單單靠我哋嘅侍奉咧嚟建立我哋嘅信心啦。
This can lead to problems.
其實咁樣做法可以帶到好多問題嘅。
Because it means that if our work falters,
因為如果我哋嘅工作嘅時候咧遇到軟弱嘅時候，
or we face challenges when we serve God,
或者我哋面對一些挑戰，當我哋侍奉神嘅時候，
if our faith is dependent on these physical acts of service,
如果我哋信心只係單單靠着我哋嘅肉體上個行動嚟侍奉神嘅時候，
then our faith is not dependent on our trust and our obedience to God.
咁我哋嘅信心咧反而咧唔係憑着我哋對神嗰種嘅信服或者神嗰種嘅倚靠嘅。
Instead, it is on these physical acts that we hope to accomplish.
反而咧，我哋信心只係建立我哋嘅肉體上嘅行動，當我哋侍奉神嘅時候。
So Jesus wanted to remind us about the importance of our hearts.
所以耶穌喺呢個經節咧，想提醒我哋關於我哋嘅心嗰種嘅重要性。
So let us focus on what these benefits are when we purify our hearts and our mouths.
咁當我哋能夠將我哋嘅心、我哋嘅口咧潔淨嘅時候咧，我哋可以睇到有啲咩嘅好處咧？
Let's read Proverbs chapter 15.
我哋睇呢個箴言書第15章。
Proverbs chapter 15, let's read verses 2 and 7.
箴言書第15章第2至到同埋第7節。
Verse 2, the tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. Verse 7,
第7節。
the lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so.
第2節，智慧的舌散發知識，愚昧人的口吐出愚昧。第7節，智慧的嘴報揚知識，愚昧人的心並不如此。
So here again we see some more verses connecting these three elements.
咁喺呢個經節又再次解釋關於呢三部分嗰種嘅聯繫嘅事情。
Those who are wise can use knowledge correctly.
智慧嘅人呢，能夠散發呢個知識嘅。
We see the lips are also able to disperse knowledge.
而且智慧人嘅嘴唇可以報揚呢個知識嘅。
But if we are foolish, then we are not able to do these things.
但如果我哋係愚昧人呢，我哋唔會曉得點樣去做嘅。
So how do we use knowledge correctly?
咁我哋點樣可以善發用呢個知識呢？
So here we see that it refers to the tongue of the wise.
從經節裡面可以睇到佢係解釋關於智慧人佢嘅舌頭嘅。
So it's referring to the words that we speak.
意思即係話關於我哋所講嘅説話，
Using our words correctly and appropriately.
如何用我哋嘅説話好適當嚟用啦，同埋用正確嘅説話嘅。
Because at verse 1 it talks about how a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger.
因為第1節有記載咧，回答柔和使怒消退，言語暴戾觸動怒氣嘅。
Because our words demonstrate what is in our hearts.
因為我哋所講嘅説話咧，可以表明得到我哋心底所思想嘅事情㗎。
Because when we speak, we are replying to others, we are trying to help others.
當我哋説話嘅時候咧，通常我哋就係回答其他人嘅問題，或者我哋想講説話嚟幫助其他人。
We can also use our words to bring unity and to reduce chaos.
我哋可以用我哋説話咧，能夠使弟兄姊妹可以同心，而且可以咧減低呢種嘅混亂嘅。
And we can use words to bring comfort and encouragement to those around us.
而且我哋可以用我哋説話咧嚟帶來呢個鼓勵啦，而且安慰咧，對於我哋周圍嘅人㗎。
And of course, these words we speak are for the benefit of others.
當然咧，呢種嘅説話咧係我哋咁樣講咧，就係為咗嚟到其他人得到益處。
But through our words, our listeners can also get a sense of the person we are.
而且藉着我哋所講嘅説話咧，其他人咧都可以了解其實我哋個人係點樣㗎。
Do we shine for the Lord with our words?
咁喺我哋嘅説話方面，能夠為主發光咧？
And can others tell that through our words that we are a child of God?
藉着我哋所講嘅説話，其他人可唔可以知道我哋其實係神嘅兒女呢？
These are the questions that we can only answer for ourselves.
其實呢啲嘅問題咧，只係我哋個人可以答得到嘅。
But if we seek to be wise, then we have to use knowledge that we have correctly.
如果我哋追求能夠成為智慧人咧，咁我哋一定要善發呢個知識㗎。
So not only do we use these words correctly, but in verse 7 it continues.
唔單止我哋要用適當同埋正確嘅説話咧，但係第7節都有解釋㗎。
That those who are wise are able to disperse knowledge.
就話智慧人嘅嘴咧可以哺養呢個知識㗎。
That if we are wise, we are willing to spread this knowledge to other people.
而且即係意思即係話，如果我哋要做呢個智慧嘅人咧，我哋要好願意咧嚟傳揚呢種嘅知識，讓其他人知道㗎。
Because the knowledge that we have can save others.
因為我哋已經擁有呢種嘅知識咧，可以能夠拯救其他人㗎。
Let's turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
睇呢個哥林多後書第4章。
2 Corinthians chapter 4, let's read verses 5 to 6.
哥林多後書第4章第5至到第6節。
Verse 5, For we do not preach ourselves, but Christ Jesus the Lord, and ourselves your bondservants for Jesus' sake. For it is the God who commanded light to shine out of darkness, who has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ.
第5節，我們原不是傳自己，乃是傳基督耶穌為主，並且自己因耶穌作你們的僕人。那豐富光從黑暗裏照出來的神，已經照在我們心裏，叫我們得知神榮耀的光顯在耶穌基督的面上。
We preach for the sake of Jesus.
我哋係為主耶穌嚟傳福音㗎。
This knowledge is of the glory of Jesus.
我哋所擁有嘅知識就係呢個主耶穌嘅榮耀㗎。
And this knowledge gives light to our hearts.
而且呢一個我哋所擁有嘅知識咧，可以讓我哋嘅心咧得到神嘅光。
But this light also comes from the commandment of God, which has brought us out of darkness.
神，我哋能夠得到呢個光咧，就藉着我哋要順從神嘅命令咧，能夠使到我哋能夠從黑暗咧帶嚟出來。
A wise man understands where this knowledge has come from.
智慧嘅人咧明白咧，佢所擁有嘅知識係從邊一度嚟嘅。
And also the ability and the power that this knowledge has.
而且智慧嘅人咧都知道呢一種嘅知識咧，佢所擁有嘅能力係啲乜嘢嘅。
Because this knowledge is not through our own ability.
因為呢個知識咧唔係出於我哋自己嘅個人嘅能力㗎，
But it's through God's commands.
反而係藉着神嘅命令㗎。
Because it says He has shone this light into our hearts.
因為我哋所讀嘅經節就話神咧已經係照耀佢嘅光咧，在我哋心裏面。
So as wise men, we also need to share the same with others.
所以作為智慧嘅人咧，我哋要與其他人分享呢種嘅信息㗎。
To allow this knowledge, this light to disperse.
要將呢種嘅知識、呢種嘅光咧嚟傳揚出去㗎。
So others may also receive this light in their hearts.
使到其他人咧都能夠從你嘅心裏面咧得到同樣呢一種嘅光㗎。
If we do not share or disperse this light and this knowledge,
如果我哋唔分享，而且唔傳揚呢一種嘅知識，讓其他人知道嘅話，
if we confine it to ourselves,
反而咧我哋克制只係為自己。
then we have put our lamp under a basket.
咁反而咧我哋就選擇咗將我哋嘅燈咧擺喺呢個斗底下㗎。
And we know the purpose of the gospel is not to save a few.
大家都知道福音嘅目的咧唔係只係為咗拯救少部分人㗎。
But it is to disperse it far and wide so others may receive these teachings also.
反而咧福音要傳開去，使到更加多人咧能夠得到呢啲嘅教訓。
So let us place our lamp on a lampstand.
所以我要將呢個燈咧擺喺呢個燈台上㗎。
And we learn to be wise in the use of the knowledge that we have.
使到我哋大家要學習咧，要做智慧人嚟善用呢種嘅知識㗎。
Let's also read Psalms 37.
嚟到呢個詩篇37篇。
Psalms 37, verses 30 to 31.
詩篇37篇第30至到31節。
Verse 30 to 31.
30至到31節。
Verse 30, The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of justice. The law of God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide.
30節，義人的口談論智慧，他的舌頭講説平安公平。神的律法在他心裏，他的腳總不滑跌。
So here, this is how talks about how the mouth speaks wisdom.
經節有解釋呢個口點可以談論呢個智慧，
And the tongue talks of
而
justice.
且舌頭咧就講呢個公平㗎。
What is in their heart?
咁佢哋心底其實有啲乜嘢咧？
The law of his God is in his heart.
就係話神嘅律法咧係住喺呢個義人嘅心裡面嘅。
So if we wish to speak wisely and with justice, then we need to have this law in our hearts.
所以如果我哋講話咧要有呢個智慧，有呢個公平嘅話咧，我哋需要神嘅律法咧住喺我哋心裡面嘅。
You will find that when, because of our work or our studies, sometimes we may indirectly adopt some of the principles of the world into our hearts.
我哋發覺當我哋喺呢個世界工作或者讀書嘅時候，我哋好常咧會擺世界上嗰種嘅原則咧放在我哋心裡面嘅。
Society, for example, places a lot of emphasis on freedom of speech, freedom of choice.
例如嚟講，社會咧有強調關於呢個言語嘅自由啊，或者呢個選擇嘅自由。
And people place such high value on all of these things to the point where they may even compromise their own beliefs.
咁人類咧就因為非常之強調呢啲嘅事情咧，就使到佢哋自己個人嗰種嘅信仰咧已經作咗呢個妥協啦。
Of course, we are free to choose and do and say what we want.
當然啦，我哋每個人有自由咧嚟選擇我哋要講或者要做嘅事情㗎。
But we have to understand that it should be within the framework of the law of God.
但我哋每一位咧一定要明白咧，我哋所做嘅事情咧，一定咧係要喺神嘅律法嘅規模裡面嘅。
And not to overstep or go beyond the boundary set by God.
而且我哋唔能夠超越，如果逆呢個界限神所已經定下嘅。
Or to blur the lines and make things that think are possibly acceptable.
唔好將神已經定下唔能夠接受嘅事情咧，當為可能嘅事情。
So therefore, don't compromise on these boundaries.
所以關於呢啲神所定下嘅界限咧，我哋唔好作任何嘅妥協。
There are of course things in society that we know is accepted.
我哋知道喺社會咧有一些事情咧，人類咧係已經接受咗嘅。
But the same thing is not accepted if we follow the words of God.
但當我哋查考神嘅説話嘅時候咧，我哋發覺呢啲嘅事情咧，其實喺神嘅眼中係不可能嘅。
If we find that this may be the case,
如果我哋發覺有啲咁嘅事情咧，
which law do we possess in our hearts?
所以其實喺我哋心裏面咧，邊一種嘅律法咧，我哋係珍惜咧，採用咧。
Is it the law of God or is it the law of the world?
咁其實我哋心裏面咧有神嘅律法啊，或者係世界律法咧。
Of course, we will say, surely it is the law of God.
當然我哋會話，當然啦，應該係神嘅律法住喺我哋心裏面啦。
If it was so obvious, then why is it that sometimes there can be conflict in our hearts?
如果真係咁明顯同埋咁清楚嘅話，點解有時喺我哋嘅人生裏面咧，我哋有咁大嘅掙扎咧？
It is because that when we uphold the law of God in our hearts, it can then lead us to face challenges or difficulties.
因為我哋發覺，當我哋堅持神嘅律法嘅時候咧，喺我哋人生裏面一定會遇到人生嘅挑戰嘅。
It may affect our relationships with our work colleagues or our friends.
或者會影響到我哋同我哋嘅同工啊，或者我哋嘅教會外面嘅朋友嗰種嘅關係。
Our work, our livelihood.
或者我哋工作啊，或者我哋嘅我哋收入啊。
But we need to stand firm.
但係我哋要堅持。
And treasure the law from our Father in heaven.
而且我哋一定要繼續嚟珍惜我哋天父所賜給我哋嘅律法啊。
Because that is what enables us to do His will and not our own.
因為咁樣嘅話咧，我哋先能夠可以遵行神嘅旨意，唔係我哋個人嘅旨意。
Let's turn to Psalms 40.
我哋睇呢個詩篇40篇。
Psalms 40, verse 8.
詩篇40篇第8節。
Verse 8.
第8節。
I delight to do your will, O my God, and your law is within my heart.
第8節，我的神啊，我樂意照你的旨意行，你的律法在我心裏。
So when the law of God is in our hearts,
當神嘅律法咧喺在我哋嘅心裏面咧，
then actually we will be delighted to do His will,
咁我哋會好樂意咧嚟遵行神嘅旨意㗎。
to gladly serve Him,
我哋好樂意咧喺教會嚟侍奉佢㗎。
gladly uphold the truth even if we are faced with difficulty,
我哋會好樂意咧，雖然面對好多困難咧，會堅持我哋嘅信仰㗎。
and reject the things that we know God does not delight
而
in.
且我哋會拒絕所有神 看為惡嘅事情嘅。
But when we seek to place our own laws, ideas, and principles in our hearts,
但係如果我哋反而咧擺我哋自己嘅律法、思想同埋原則放喺我哋心裏面嘅時候，
or to bring the ideas and the principles of the world into our hearts,
或者將世界嘅思想、世界嘅原則擺喺我哋心裏面嘅時候，
then we can face problems.
咁我哋可能會遇到問題啦。
Because then we are exercising our own will for our own benefit rather than for the benefit of God.
因為咁樣嘅話咧，我哋所行所做咧，會為我哋自己嘅利益、我哋自己嘅旨意，唔係為咗教會，而且唔係為咗神㗎。
We need to learn to be obedient,
所以我哋要學習去信服，
to follow the truth and the words which we have been given.
要跟從呢個真理我哋所已經得到嘅教訓㗎。
And not only will it allow us to do the will and be delighted to do the will of the Lord,
因為唔單止可以讓我哋能夠實行神嘅旨意，
but it also enables us to demonstrate our love towards one another.
反而都可以讓我哋能夠表達我哋互相彼此相愛嘅事情。
Let's read 1 Peter chapter 1.
我睇呢個彼得前書第1章，
1 Peter chapter 1, let's read verse 22 to 23.
彼得前書第1章第22至23節，
Verse 22.
第22節。
Since you have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit in sincere love of the brethren, love one another fervently with a pure heart, having been born again not of corruptible seed but incorruptible through the word of God which lives and abides forever.
第22節，你們既因信從真理潔淨了自己的心，兒子愛弟兄沒有虛假，就當從心裏彼此切實相愛。第13節，你們蒙了重生，不是由於能壞的種子，乃是由於不能壞的種子，是藉着神活潑常存的道。
The law of God, the word of God is living and abides forever.
神嘅律法、神嘅道咧係活潑㗎，係常存㗎。
If we obey the truth through the Spirit, we are able to purify our souls.
如果藉着呢個靈嚟信服神嘅道理咧，我哋可以
To purify our souls.
我哋能夠可以潔淨我哋嘅心，
We can love one another fervently with this pure heart.
而且我哋可以好積極咧嚟彼此相愛㗎。
Because this love is not tainted by the worldly principles.
因為我哋彼此相愛咧，唔會俾世界上嘅原則咧嚟影響我哋㗎。
Because this love will be based upon the standard and the law of God.
因為呢一種嘅彼此相愛咧，係藉着神嘅標準、神嘅道理㗎。
Unlike the things of the world, the standard of God is consistent, it is true, it is living.
神嘅道咧，神嘅律法咧係不斷一致嘅，係冇改變嘅，唔同呢個世界一樣嘅。
Forever abiding.
神係永遠係與我哋同在嘅。
That is the power of His word.
呢個係神嘅道理嗰種力量。
So that is why we need to have His word in our hearts.
就因為咁樣咧，我就需要神嘅道理咧住喺我哋心裏面㗎。
Not only should we have this law in our hearts,
唔單止我哋需要神嘅律法住喺我哋心裏面，
we then need to use the word to cultivate and teach ourselves.
我哋反而要神嘅道理咧嚟靈修，而且教導我哋嘅。
Let's read Proverbs chapter 16.
我睇呢個箴言書第16章。
Proverbs 16, let's read verse 23.
箴言書第16章23節。
Proverbs 16, verse 23.
箴言書16章23節。
The heart of the wise teaches his mouth and adds learning to his lips.
23節，智慧人的心教訓他的口，又使他的嘴增長學問。
So here again we see how these three elements are intertwined or connected.
經節又再次咧提起關於呢三部分嗰種嘅連結㗎。
So when we have the law of God in our hearts,
當我哋有神嘅律法喺我哋心裏面嘅時候，
then we need to have the heart to teach our mouths,
咁我哋要有呢罐心咧嚟教訓我哋嘅口，
to add learning to our lips.
使到我哋嘅嘴咧可以增長呢個學問。
So receiving the law of God, that process is not stagnant or it doesn't just stand still.
領受神嘅律法咧呢種嘅步驟咧唔係只係停動起嚟㗎。
It is not that once we've received His word, that's all we need to do.
意思即係話唔係話當我哋領受到神嘅律法咧，就係 就係咁多㗎。
In that it's an active process where we add learning to ourselves.
其實係一種好主動嘅步驟咧，要繼續嚟學習㗎。
So not only do we hear, but then we allow it to enter our hearts, to change our hearts.
所以我哋唔係只係單單聽啊，但係我哋要將我哋所領受咧嚟種入我哋嘅心裡面嘅。
And when we have added this to our learning,
咁當我哋係增長我哋嘅學問嘅時候，
we use our mouths to share and disperse the knowledge that we have obtained.
我哋用我哋嘅口咧嚟分享、嚟傳揚我哋領受呢種嘅知識㗎。
We can sit here and listen to many sermons, many teachings.
我哋可以嚟到教會聽好多個道理，或者領受好多個教訓。
But hearing is simply not enough.
但只係單單聽咧係唔足夠嘅。
We need to use what we have heard,
我哋要採用我哋已經領受嘅、已經聽從嘅事情，
add it to our hearts, and to allow ourselves to grow in the knowledge.
要擺落我哋心裡面，讓我哋能夠可以喺知識上增長㗎。
Because if we do not grow in the knowledge, if we do not grow in the truth,
因為如果喺真理上同埋知識上我哋冇增長嘅時候咧，
if we remain still,
反而我哋停動起嚟咧，
then we could be swayed by those who wish to deceive us.
咁我哋會好容易咧被想迷惑我哋嘅人咧而搖動㗎。
Let's turn to Proverbs chapter 2.
我哋睇呢個箴言書第2章。
Proverbs chapter 2, let's read verses 10 to 15.
箴言書第2章第10至到第15節。
Proverbs 2, let's read verses 10 to 15.
箴言書第2章第10至15節。
Verse 10, When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you, understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and who are devious in their paths.
第10節，智慧必入你心，你的靈要以知識為味。第11節，謀略必護衛你，聰明必保護你，要救你脫離惡道，脫離說乖謀話的人。那等人捨棄正直的路，走行黑暗的道，歡喜作惡，喜愛惡人的乖僻。在他們的道中彎曲，在他們的路上乖僻偏僻。
So here it reminds us,
咁經節有提醒我哋，
knowledge and wisdom will preserve us, it will keep us,
知識同埋智慧咧可以保守我哋嘅，
and it delivers us from the way of evil,
而且讓我哋能夠脫離呢個惡道嘅，
and also from those who walk in the ways of darkness.
而且可以脫離啲所謂行喺黑暗而且彎曲嘅路嘅人㗎。
So by learning and growing in the knowledge that we have received,
所以如果喺呢個我哋已經領受嘅知識咧，可以能夠繼續學習而且增長咧，
we can preserve ourselves in the truth.
我哋可以喺真理上咧可以保守自己㗎。
But if we do not,
如果我哋冇咁樣做嘅話，
we are liable to be tempted away by the people whose hearts wish to deceive us.
咁我哋會容易咧被引誘，尤其是當我哋面對一些人想要迷惑我哋嘅。
And we know that there are those who have strayed from the doctrine.
我哋知道有一些人咧已經喺呢個教義嘅方面咧已經離棄我哋嘅，
They have deviated away from the path of truth.
佢哋已經離棄咗呢個真理嘅道路啊！
If we are not grounded and if we do not grow in the truth,
如果喺呢個真理上我哋冇扎根而且冇長種嘅啦，
then we too may be susceptible to being deceived.
咁或者我哋同樣都會容易被人迷惑㗎。
So that's why we need to add learning to our lips,
所以喺我哋嘅嘴唇方面要增長呢個學問㗎，
to teach our mouths.
嚟教訓我哋嘅口。
It enables us to discern truth from falsehood.
使到我哋能夠分別邊啲係真嘅話，邊啲係是非嘅。
And it enables us to be delivered from those who we may face who may wish to deceive us.
使到我哋能夠可以脫離咧所謂嗰啲想要迷惑我哋嘅人㗎。
So we need to understand the importance of our own spiritual cultivation.
所以大家一定要明白關於我哋個人嗰種嘅靈修嗰種重要性㗎。
So hopefully from these verses we have been encouraged.
希望藉着今晚所分享嘅經節咧，我哋已經係有呢個鼓勵。
We've talked a lot about unity in the church.
我哋曾經有講過關於喺教會裏面要同心個道理啦。
But within ourselves we must have unity.
但喺我哋個人咧，我哋自己都要有一種嘅 嘅同心啊，嘅團結㗎。
Our hearts, our words, and our actions should be in unison.
我哋嘅心、我哋嘅説話、我哋嘅行動咧，一定要一致㗎。
And that there is no difference between what is in our hearts and what we subsequently choose to do.
意思即係話，我哋心底所思想嘅事情，而且我哋嘅實行嘅行動咧，一定要冇呢個分別㗎。
Particularly when it comes to our worship and our servitude.
尤其是對於我哋崇拜而且侍奉神嘅事情㗎。
Otherwise, we will be just like the scribes and Pharisees who draw near to God only with their mouths.
如果唔係嘅話咧，我哋就同呢個法利賽人以文士咧係冇乜分別嘅。意思即係話佢哋只係用佢哋嘅口咧嚟親近神㗎。
Instead, we need to use our knowledge correctly.
反而咧我哋要曉得能夠採用好正確嚟採用我哋已經領受嗰種嘅知識，
And then to disperse this knowledge.
而且將呢種嘅知識咧嚟傳揚出去嘅。
To allow the law of God to abide in our hearts.
而且要讓神嘅律法咧嚟住喺我哋嘅心裏面，
And also to continually add to our learning and our cultivation.
同埋要繼續咧嚟靈修，而且喺呢個學問上要增長嘅。
And in this way, our hearts, our mouths, and our lips will utter the same thing.
如果咁樣去做嘅話咧，我哋嘅心、我哋嘅口、我哋嘴唇咧，會一致會講一樣嘅説話嘅。
Yeah, we ask the Lord to preserve and to keep us,
我哋求神咧嚟保守大家，
and so that we are all able to grow in the grace and the knowledge of God.
使到大家咧可以喺神嘅恩典知識上咧可以增長嘅。
Hallelujah, amen.
哈利路亞，阿門。
Let's sing hymn
唱讚美詩
341.
341首。
If you forgive the hatred of your sin, let Jesus in your song. This is thy righteous singing, let Jesus in your song. 現在切莫再猶豫，現在切莫再推轉，現在將心門打開，讓主耶穌進入你心。罪惡克制人生無法之處，讓主耶穌進入你心。主寶血全然洗你罪污，讓主耶穌進入你心。現在切莫再猶豫，現在切莫再推轉，現在將心門打開，讓主耶穌進入你心。當人生與風浪難以平息，讓主耶穌進入你心。這世界無法擠滿你心，讓主耶穌進入你心。現在切莫再猶豫，現在切莫再推轉，現在將心門打開，讓主耶穌進入你心。你是否渴慕平安的心靈？讓主耶穌進入你心。你是否願得喜樂歡欣？讓主耶穌進入你心。現在切莫再猶豫，現在切莫再推轉，現在 把心門打開，讓主耶穌進入你心。
Please sit.
請坐。
Now it is time for our prayer.
而家係禱告時候。
Hopefully, through the words we've shared tonight, that we are able to grow in the knowledge of our Lord.
希望藉著今晚所分享嘅道理咧，我哋可以喺神嘅知識上咧可以增長。
And often we find it very difficult to make changes to ourselves.
好多時候我哋發覺喺我哋個人嘅方面咧，好難咧實行啲嘅一些嘅改變。
Despite the fact that we know that these changes will be beneficial for us and for our spiritual selves.
雖然我哋知道呢啲嘅改變咧，對於我哋靈性上咧係好有個幫助㗎。
And so when we find that this may be the case,
當我哋發覺有咁樣嘅事情咧，
then we need to stop rejecting Jesus.
我哋要停止拒絕主耶穌㗎。
Rejecting isn't necessarily just about putting up or physically saying, "No, Jesus, I do not want you here."
拒絕主耶穌並不是只係肉體嘅方面咧話，對於耶穌話我唔會咁樣去做。
But it's when we allow other things to be prioritized ahead of Him.
其實咧當我哋將其他嘅事情咧擺先過耶穌嘅時候，都係一樣嘅。
And that includes our pride and our stubbornness.
包括咧我哋個人嘅驕傲啦，我哋個人嘅硬頸嘅事情。
And also our disobedience.
而且我哋係唔願意聽神嘅話嘅。
So let us no longer reject Him.
所以我哋咧要唔好再次拒絕耶穌。
To allow our hearts to be open to Him.
要讓我哋嘅心門打開。
To allow Him to come into our hearts to change us so that we may be better.
讓主耶穌能夠進入我哋心啦，使到我哋能夠改得更好嘅。
So that within ourselves we may have this unity.
所以喺我哋每一位咧都有呢種嘅同心。
And then as a church we may also be unified and so we may glorify His name.
而且喺教會裏面，弟兄姊妹可以同心，使到大家咧可以榮耀神嘅名㗎。
Please remember our brothers and sisters who may be poor in health.
喺禱告裏面要為我哋所知道嘅弟兄姊妹面對呢個患病嘅事情。
Pray for our brothers and sisters who may not have as much opportunity to listen to the Word of God.
要為嗰啲少嚟聚會、少嚟聽神嘅道理嘅弟兄姊妹禱告。
And if you wish to receive the laying of hands, please kneel to the front.
如果有弟兄姊妹想領受呢個按手啦，為你禱告咧，請嚟到呢個講台前邊。
Let's kneel down and pray in one accord.
為大家一齊跪下禱告。
奉主耶穌基督聖名禱告。